Aimee English now joining me, Blake Kern's mom. And first off, Aimee, so excited to talk to you about Blake because what a season he's had. Got to watch him score his very first touchdown as a Razorback. And as you look to what Saturday and Senior Day holds, can you just kind of maybe wrap up this year and what it's been like for Blake?
Well, it's been quite a big year for Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that first touchdown, that was really something. He had a couple of close ones there for a few games, but he finally pulled that one off and woo, the celebration.
Mhm. Yeah. He goes from a kid from Lamar who walks on at Arkansas, mostly plays a little bit of special teams, redshirted his freshman year, but then has really kind of stepped up in that tight end room and really blossomed not only on the field, but as a leader. What's it been like to watch your son grow and develop as a man and as a football player?
It's really been great. Yeah, he went up there sort of as a kid, and then now he's quite the young man. And I can see all the maturity that's gone on in the last 5 years. And not to mention his size. He's so much bigger than he was back in high school. So yeah, he's worked really hard. He's worked really hard for where he's at, and we're all super proud.
What's it like, being from a small town like Lamar, who might not get a lot of attention from the big time SEC schools, but for Blake to kind of represent where he's from, and I'm sure everyone in Lamar very excited to quickly claim him as one of their own.
Yeah, yeah, he's living his dream up there, and he loves to come back home. And when he could, he'd go to some football games, and he'd just eat that up. And the little ones would come up, and he'd get his picture made with them, and just visit and shake hands. And it is quite the deal. And the whole community's always just been so proud and encouraging, and it's been quite a humbling
Mm.
experience.
I know football moms are one of a kind. What's it been like for you as a mom watching him play these past couple of years?
Well, I tell you what, the SEC, that's a whole different ball game than high school or junior high or anything else, a much bigger scale. I can remember homecoming or senior nights in high school, and I was dreading the crowds. And now look where we're at. We're going to different states and traveling in such big stadiums and so many more people, and the camaraderie. And it's really been something.
Do you have a favorite memory or maybe a favorite, moment that you maybe think of when I ask you that question?
Um, we visited a lot of different places, a lot of different stadiums, a lot of road trips.
Mhm.
Um, there's just been a lot. I know last year when we went to Kentucky, me and
Mhm.
my dad did, and we hit an antique car show before the game. It
Nice.
was really good too, really
That's
good car
cool.
show, and that happened to be at one of the Derby races. So we
Mhm.
got to see a racetrack and all that. So pretty cool. It's just going to the different schools and seeing the way they carry on and their traditions and their chants and what they do. That's been really
Mhm.
neat too. So it's been a really good experience.
How proud are you of Blake? And not only obviously getting to this point in his collegiate career, but obviously going to school and getting a degree, but then going through all the adversity that a lot of these seniors on this team has with the head coaching changes and the adversity on the field, everything he's gone through. Just how proud of you are you of him?
I know when he went up there as a freshman, he wasn't going to get to join the team until spring semester that first year. And he got a call right before his birthday and said, "We've got a spot for you." So we had to move him onto campus. We just moved him somewhere else, so we moved him on campus. That freshman year was hard, just
Mm.
the school and the workload, but the team kept him focused, and the coaches kept a thumb on him, whereas moms couldn't. So the coaches did a great job. And then just every year, it just kept him getting a little easier and a little easier. And he kind of learned the routine. He kind of knew what to expect, and he could just juggle it all a lot better. And then now, yeah, this last year with the Rona,
Mhm.
it's been a lot different and all, but I think he's handled it all really well. And he's to him, football is his job. And then his schoolwork's very important as well. And I'm really proud of him. He's done great in both. He's excelled, and we couldn't be any prouder.
Okay, Mom, I know that this 2020 senior day is going to be very different than it was in past years. Parents can't be technically on the field, but can you maybe capture what you think your emotions are going to be like on Saturday before the game and the day ceremony?
We're real fortunate. We're close enough to Blake. We get to see him quite frequently. I know a lot of families don't get to do that. It is going to be a big deal. We've taped some videos that they'll play, and those will be touching. Blake's not seen those, so there'll be a surprise.
Yeah.
Um, it, yeah, it's going to be an emotional day, but it'll be a happy one.
Mhm. Well, I tell you what, Blake Kern has quickly become a fan favorite and a favorite target for the quarterbacks this year. And it's been fun to watch him these past couple of years. And thank you, Aimee, so much for your time.